is because it's not a forced win. Like, even though technically it might be winning, it's going to take like another 20 moves to win. Problem is, the more I think about it, the more I think it's actually takes or takes. See, the thing that's really annoying about this is that it's not going to actually go all the way into the line that I just showed. It's going to play something stupid. So let's do it move by move. So knight e5, rook takes e5, rook f8, king g7, check, king g8. I got some spaghetti, just sort of tied me over. Pin to win. There's a classic pin to win. And you're toast if you don't win on the spot. What could it be? Let's see, what are the options here? So currently, as we look at the position, you're down a bishop here. Black has a queen, 2 rooks and a bishop. You have a queen and 2 rooks. What are the options here? What I think this one is, by the way, you guys, I think it's check king c7, and you don't go on a wild goose hunt. I think you just go check and then rook e2 to trap the queen. But if you don't take, I don't know what else. I mean, rook e6, king c7. It's not the craziest idea, I might add. But after rook e6, I think black has rook takes f3. If you take, he takes, and you get mated. And you have no good in-betweener because your queen hangs, which is the checking pattern. So it's not rook e6. If it's not rook e6, it has to be takes. And now the way that you win the game is right now you would love to play rook e2 and trap the queen, but it goes to h4 if you go rook e2. So what you do is you throw in the check on the king, and then you guard the square, and then you have rook e2 next move, and you should be winning the game. You check, guard the square, now rook e2, no square, queen guards the rook, and the queen is also trapped, just no squares, nothing, nada, finito. Okay, now if I take the queen, he takes the queen, so I think here I just take, and I take on f2, and again you'll see I have two towers, and he has 1 tower and a priest. Okay, what is going on here? Currently you have 2 pokies and white has 1. You also have like an extra rook as well, so this is pretty wild. On the flip side, you're getting checkmated pretty quickly depending on what you do. You go king e8, queen 6, queen b7, it's mate. You go king c8, queen takes c6 is game over, so you can't move the king to either of these squares. You go king b8, bishop f4, rook c7, maybe you're not getting mated on the spot. You also have rook c7, but after rook c7 takes, this is kind of weird. What are the moves here? King b8 is not crazy. King b8 is really not crazy after bishop f4, rook c7 takes king c8. Okay, so the only question is which of these two moves. Now if I go rook c7, there is queen d5, king c8. Wait, rook c7, queen d5, king here, check. I trade, I come back. That might be winning, but it's very, very complicated. King b8, rook d8, trade rook c8, trade king b7, check king e6. Very, very tricky. I have to make sure which move doesn't work. Okay, so if I go rook c7, queen d5, king b8, rook d8, I have to trade. If I block, there's a check, so I have to go back to b7. Takes, king here, check here. King rook c7 actually looks good in this position, but no, maybe rook c7 isn't, because white can trade and go check. Oh no, white can trade and go check, and then you can't win. Oh wait, no, if you go rook c7, white can trade. Oh no, you have king b8, rook b7 takes a6. No, it can't be that. So I think it has to be king b8, unless I'm missing something. King b8, rook b7. I mean, you're in check obviously here. You're in check. Trying to figure it out. Not actually sure though. What could it be? Okay. Okay, so you're in check, you guys. You can't make a check with the queen. You can't make a check because he captures your king. This one is tricky though, because it's like it's rook c7 or it's king b8. King b8, rook b7 takes a6, king c7, bishop f4, king d7, check, king e7, queen e5, rook e6, and I think you get out. I'm pretty sure you get out. You get out there. My instinct is that it has to be king b8. That's just my instinct. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I'm gonna trust my instinct that it's king b8, because what I do is I go king b8, bishop f4, then I block, he takes, and I go king c8, and he kind of runs out of checks. c7 takes, king b8, rook b7 definitely is no good. I think it's king b8. I mean, I just don't believe in. I think it's right. Okay, now luckily here it's very easy now, because if I go to either of these squares I get checkmated, so I have to block. And now I very quietly go here, and if he checks I take, if he checks I take, and so the bishop shields my king from all the checks, and then my two pokies will checkmate the white king. Go here, and now I take the rook. There's rook takes d2 here. There's also knight f3. There's also queen e2 as well. The material count is such that what's it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so it's even material here. That being said, what are the options here? If knight f3, white takes, so it's not knight f3. Knight c4 is a very tricky move. So if he captures, he loses the rook, and if he captures the queen, he loses the rook anyway. So my assumption is we have a good old saying for beginners as well, which is pin to win. There's a classic pin to win, and right now you're pinning the knight, so now that it's pinned, you pin to win with, and knight c4 should clean it up here. If queen e2, I think white just takes the knight, so I'm pretty sure it's just knight c4. You hit this, you put pressure, there's a big pressure point there. You also hit the pawn on a3. I'm not sure what else there is. You can voice Rick from Rick and Morty. No, I cannot. I'm sorry, I'm not a voice actor. If I was, I'd be making millions as a cast member of The Simpsons, and not playing a stupid esport game and an over the board game. All right, what are the moves here? Let's see. Speaking of which is pretty insane. Like, what I think I was watching Masterclass, I forgot to cancel my subscription some time back, and I saw, like, I think it was Nancy Cartwright. I think that, or was it Julie Cadman? I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was like Nancy Cartwright, and like they had one of those Masterclass. It's really insane what they can do. Those people are incredible. Okay, what is the move? I think knight c4 still looks right. I think it's knight c4. So if knight takes, you lose the rook. If king f2, I mean, there's got to be something. There's knight a3. There's probably knight b. I mean, if it's not knight b2, I don't know what else it is. If I take here, he takes, knight f3, king f2, takes even trade, no good. If I take, he has queen f1 to cover f3. That's not right. I don't think there's anything else. I think it's knight c2. Prediction is over. You can make any move. No, but I'm taking it slow, you guys, because I want to get to 100 if I can. I think it's knight c4. I don't see any other move that makes sense. Knight f3 doesn't work. Rook d2 is an even trade. Queen e2 hangs a pony. I don't. Okay, it is. Yeah, and you just take. Okay, good. Okay, so what's the material count here? White has I guess you're up 2 pawns, but you are getting forked, so you have to be careful here. The white king is very weak at the same time. So let's see. All right, what are the options here? The options, it looks like, as I see it in this position, are queen d1, or there's bishop h3. Both moves are playable. Both moves are not good, however. Okay, queen d1 looks very logical, because after queen d1, if queen e1, you have queen f3, I guess, and bishop h3, which should be winning, should be being the key word. Bishop h3 looks kind of stupid, because after king f2, you have no good checks anymore, and then you're gonna definitely lose your rook in the corner pocket. So I don't think it's bishop h3. Queen d1, I mean, queen d1 looks like the bona fide move. I guess queen d1, queen e1, queen f3, king g1, bishop to h3 to go for the lolly, bishop f1 to cut it off, but then you can take the knight, and if white goes like queen g3, check king f2, queen h1, but there's still queen d6 maybe as well. But then after queen d6, you have knight e7, then knight h8. Then I guess you go queen g2, king e1, queen takes b2, and there's no check because the bishop covers. That should be winning. That looks right to me. Let me think. No, there's no bishop e3 in there because, like, okay, once again, if I check block, so check block, check here, bishop h3, queen g3. If I go bishop e3, then white can take, and then I'll queen d1, king f2. If check, just rook e2. If queen h1, then I think even queen h3, and white's winning with rook f3 as well. So no, it doesn't work. What are the moves then? Let's see. But I think it has to be queen d1. I just have to find the right continuation. Queen f3, king g1, h3, queen g3. Where is the win? I don't actually see the win. But it has to be queen d1 because no other moves make sense. Bishop h3, just king f2. I'm going to trust my instinct that it has to be check. Okay, so here we go. So this is correct. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So queen f3, king g1, bishop h3. If queen f2, queen there, block, take, you win. So queen f3, king g1, bishop h3, queen g3. What are the moves? This is very difficult. This is pretty difficult to figure out. Queen f3, king g1, bishop h3, queen g3, queen d1, king f2, queen c2, bishop e2, king f7, queen h3, queen b2, queen f5, queen f6, queen f3, queen f6, queen h5, king f8, queen c5, knight e7. Should be winning. I don't see anything else that makes sense. If I go bishop h3 right in one go, it goes up. I can still check, and queen e2 doesn't look right. I think it has to be queen f3. No other moves make sense. I think it's just bishop. I think it's just queen f3 and bishop h3. As they say, I'm gonna trust myself that it's right. Okay, now so queen f3. Now I can't take on e3 because white will take back with the rook. The rook and the queen guard it. So therefore, bishop h3 looks right to create the lolly, and if bishop f1, I just take the pony because then the bishop no longer guards it. Queen f2, I have check, or queen g. Actually, queen g4 looks good. So I think he has to go queen g3, and then I have to figure out the win, which I don't see right off, but it must be there. I'm gonna just trust my instinct that it's bishop h3. Okay, here we go. If I take, he just takes, so it can't be right. So queen d1, king f2, queen c2 is my. That's kind of my instinct in terms of what most likely is the right move here. Nothing else really makes sense. What is lolly? Oh, there's what we call the lolly checkmate, named after Gian Battista Lolli, an Italian chess player about 300 years ago. So that's what it's named after, contrary to what chat will say. You can't go queen f1 check because white takes back with the bishop. So yeah, no, but I'm not joking, you guys. There was a guy, his name was Gian Battista Lolli, Italian chess player. He was, I think it was like in the 1780s or something. Long time ago, old dude. So anyway, all right, queen d1 is obviously a move as well. I mean, I don't see anything else that makes sense here. If takes, there's rook e3. I think it has to be queen d1. I don't see anything else that makes sense. That's good. Oh, well, it did make me go further, which I'm a little bit lucky. Thank you to Commandant Tiwi for the 9. I am Pure Freak for the Prime. Thank you to Evolver for the Prime. Barito Yohara with the tier 1, and Rice Apow for the Prime. Thank you so much. Okay, this is you're down 1 pawn. Black king is kind of open, but your king is also kind of open as well. So you have to do something pretty fast here. Now the first thing that pops in my mind, you have to be pretty careful because queen e2 is just a way that basically forces queens off, and because you're down a pawn, you're going to be a little bit worse here if queens come off. So what are the options? Let's see. Knight e5 is a funny looking move here. After queen e5, I assume there's a trick with like bishop d4, knight d4, rook f8, which looks winning. And if knight e5, queen e8, queen e2, king h3 are winning. Knight e5 looks brilliant if it works. I don't know if it does work. Okay, let's see. Let's do it move by move. So knight e5, rook takes e5, rook f8, king g7, check, king g8, mate. So after knight e5, black can't capture with the rook. So 95, knight takes e5, queen e8, queen e2, king h3. No checks on any squares, and so yeah, after knight e5, knight takes is bad, rook takes is bad. If queen takes, you have a bishop takes d4, knight takes d4, rook f8, king f6, king d7, rook f7, which wins. I think it's knight e5, knight e5, queen e5, bishop d4 looks right to me. I think it's right. I think it's right. I'm gonna trust my instinct. Please be right. Please be right. Please be right. It is right. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Okay, so now the move is bishop takes d4. And the point is that if black takes with the queen, you take, and then you lose to the rook. And after takes, knight takes, you'll notice the knight guards the queen. With the knight, you'd love to take the rook here, but after rook takes, queen takes, knight takes, you're just losing material. So what you do here is you take first to remove the knight, and then you eat the bishop because the queen's hanging. So okay, it just goes bishop g7, which isn't the best move, but we just take and we keep rolling along. Number 55 in the books. Okay, so knight takes e4 is played here, so let's see. They need a random switch gamer for the prime. Thanks so much, a random switch gamer. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. What are the moves? Rook e4 for whatever reason stands out to me because currently you are down 1 pawn. Black has 7 pounds. You have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you're down 1 pound and you need to do something fast because the black king is also potentially kind of a little bit weak. You don't have the fianchettoed bishop. You lost your dark square bishop, which kind of guarded the king. So the king is in an empty nest here on g7. So probably you should take the knight and go f6. I guess this pound looks very important on f5 here. What are the other moves? Let's see. I don't actually know what other moves make sense besides rook e4 and f6, frankly. So knight e6 is also a move, but again, you're behind by a pawn. So if you go knight e6, I just eat with the rook because your queen's still under attack. And if you check directly, black can just take, you take, and black takes back. And the other problem you have here is black is 1 move away from being winning. If black gets d5 here and gets the connect 3, your bishop dies immediately. Your bishop is just staring at a pawn wall, whereas right now it's open. It's an open diagonal, so if black can get the pawn to d5, you just resign. So it's very important that you come up with a quick and decisive attack here. I mean, again, my instinct is that it's rook e4, f6 takes, rook f1. And if bishop f5, you can probably take and check even. I don't think it's f6. I'm gonna trust my instinct that it's not f6. I'm pretty confident it's rook takes e4. f6 just does not look right to me. It just really does not look right to me. I'm gonna trust my instinct. I'm right, yeah. So you sack and now you go f6 again. Use this pound, push it up. If black ignores it, you get a lolly with queen h6, queen g7. King h8, queen h6 is actually the same thing. So king f8 is the only question. Then after queen h6, king e8, queen h7 should be winning. So it's gotta be checked. Okay, so king f6 is played. Now if you go queen f2 here, black can go bishop f5. You take, you lose your queen, so you can't check with the queen. So the only other move that makes sense, because as I said before, if black gets this pawn push, your bishop is dead because it's staring at a pawn wall. So it has to be rook f1, only move that makes sense. There we go. Very good. Do I learn anything from these puzzles? Yes, I do, actually. Generally, it's very good for calculation purposes. Very, very good. Okay, so bishop e4. So what's the count? Black has the count is black has 6. You have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the count is even here. It's not heavily plus or heavily minus, so unfortunately you can't make a big bet. Queen f7, king h8, rook f2 looks fine. Queen d2 allows rook g3, so it can't be queen d2 here. I think it's probably queen f7 and rook f2 looks right to me. And then the idea is to go c4 and open up this long diagonal. It's like takes and you want to open it up, but you have to go rook f2 first. Yeah, puzzles are good for pattern recognition. They're very good for pure calculation as well. Okay. Bishop c1 would be a nice move, except that first of all you hang your queen, secondly you hang checkmate on g2. This is a big problem here. I shouldn't have doubled. Yeah, of course, as everybody knows, you only double, I think, when the count is like probably, I mean, at least for me, I mean, I haven't gone and played in a long time. But I think you're supposed to, at least for me, I remember I would only make big doubles when the count was at least like +7, +6, +7 generally was when I would start, when I would up the bet. I wouldn't do it unless it was +6 or +7. All right, so let's see. So queen f7, king h8, rook f2 looks correct. No, I'm not. That's not poker, you guys. That's blackjack. I think it's queen f7, king h8, rook f2, and then just c4. I'm a little confused by this puzzle, honestly, because queen e2, rook g3 makes no sense. Okay, but now the question is, what's the move? Is it queen f6 or is it rook f2? I really don't understand this puzzle because rook f2 and c4 just looks winning to me on the spot. You can't push the pawn because you're busy getting checkmated on g2 next. I know it's not queen f6, it's the puzzle, so it's not queen f6 because I mean, what else can it be? The only move that makes sense here is rook f2. Nothing else really makes sense to me. I'm really confused. Why f2 to guard against checkmate? I mean, I don't understand this at all. I guess it's rook f2. I'm gonna play it. If it's not rook f2, so be it. It's not queen f2, I'm sure of that. Okay, I'm gonna play rook f2. If it's wrong, it's wrong. A very weird puzzle, and now I just take. Okay, very good. If you play g3, black and sack the rook and checkmate you. Okay, what's going on here? Currently, you are down 2 juicers. You're down a bishop and a knight here. You're just down a bishop and knight, so you better get a checkmate here on the h or g file, or else you're toast. You're toast if you don't win on the spot in this position. So what are the obvious moves here? Queen h7 is the most obvious move, but after king h7 takes, king g7 takes, king f6, there's no mate, rook h7. So it's not queen h7. That much is clear. It's not queen h7. Now the good thing is, again, you're down a lot of material, so it's pretty obvious. Either you win or you lose. But what can it be here? I guess is the question. My instinct says if it's not queen h7, it has to be hg6. And then queen a1, king c2. If check, you take. If check, you come up. If check, you go king a4, bishop c6, king b4, and I think you're winning. I think it's actually just hg6. Ooh, I don't know, but I think it's hg6. It's not queen h7, and you're down two two pieces. It has to be hg6. Okay, so what are the moves? You have 2 moves. If king d2, queen b2, king d3, queen b5, you're probably just losing. So I think it has to be king c2. And if knight b4, you take, check, king there is good. Here knight b4 takes, bishop e4, king b3, bishop d5, c4 takes, queen a6, king c3, rook c8, king d2, rook c2 takes, check, king b1, check, rook c2 is winning. Very weird. Okay, what I do know is it's not king d2. I'm pretty certain of that. I'm not even pretty certain. I'm very certain that it's not king d2. So it has to be here. Okay, now if I go here, he just takes and I resign as usual. So I guess I have to run it out here, and on check I go here, check, and here, and if it takes, I just take with the rook. My instinct. And now I just eat the queen. Very good. Okay, up to 58. Let's keep going. Knight f1, king f1, g3. Wait, so takes here, g3, a7, g2, king g1, f2 takes here. Here is a draw. My instinct says there's probably some way you can win this endgame. I don't know why, just my instinct. And I think the way you win is you go knight e2 check. If takes, a7, check, king h2, queen, check, king g1, check, king h. Oh wait, this is tricky. Wait, knight e2. Actually, wait, sorry. Knight e2 if takes, you just take and make a queen. Knight e2 if king h2, you go g3, king h3. G2 takes, check, king h4 takes, a7, queen, check, king g5, check, king f6. This is very tricky. I'm pretty sure it's knight e2. Ever been to Santa Cruz? Yes, I have. Okay, knight e2. Where's the mate though? I don't see the mate. Oh wait, actually I do see it. Wait, so no, it's check king h2, g3 king. I mean I know it's knight e2, so I can play the first move. It has to be knight e2. Okay, that's good. So the first move has to be knight e2. So okay, so now the obvious move here that I see is to go g3, because if king h1 king f2 a7, I go g2 and win. So g3 king h3, king f2 a7, and then I think I have g2. Oh wait, no, wait a sec. King f2 a7, g3 king h3, g2. No, it doesn't work. Pawn's already on a7. Actually, maybe it's g3. Wait, no, actually I think it is g3. I think it's g3 king h3, g2 takes check, king h4 takes a7, knight g6, king h3, but you don't have a mate. I don't see the mate. Okay, what are the moves that don't win? King f4 doesn't win. Any knight move doesn't win. So it's g3 or king f2 is one of those two moves. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got the idea. No, it's not king f4. No, I think I got it. I think it leeches rs for 2. I think it's g3 king h3, g2 takes knight f4 check, king h4, knight g2 maybe. Then king g. No, then king g3. It's not g3. I think g3 king h3 king f2. There's a7, which of course doesn't win. Yeah, I thought I had it, but now I'm confused again. King f2 looked right. It looked right, but it's not, I think. King f2 a7. King f2 a7, g3 king h3. Yeah, I actually don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Wait, okay, wait a second. So king g3, g2, f2, a7, f1, a8, queen f2, king g4. No, it doesn't work. King f2, knight g1 doesn't work either, because king f2, a7, knight g1, he makes a queen g3, king h1. If g2 takes, you lose the game. Yeah, king f2 doesn't work. I know it's not king f2 or king. I think it's g3. I mean, if it's not g3, I mean, I'm almost certain it's not king f2. And if I do the process of elimination, I know that it's not a knight move. Like, if I just do pure process of elimination, I know it's not a knight move. I know it's not a king move. I know it's not a pawn move. It has to be g3. But I mean, just by the process. Okay, good. Okay, it is good. Okay, thank you to Hikaru Snow for the tier 1. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so now the question is it g2 or is it knight f4? That's the question. Okay, what are the moves? It's not a knight move, obviously. You can't move the knight, because if you move it, you lose the pound. So you can't move the knight. You're not pushing your f pawn, because a7 you lose. So it's not one of these two. So this really shouldn't be that hard. You only have 3 moves. Now king f4 a7 is just not very good. Yeah, king f4 a7 is fine, but it's not winning. So it's one of these two moves. It's already a 50-50. It's either king f2 or g2. King f4 is wrong, because after a7, knight g1, king h4, g2 takes a knight f3, king h3, queen. White can just go queen f8 and make a draw. So my instinct is that it's g2. I'm pretty confident that it's g2. I just don't know why. King f2 a7. Gotta be g2. It has to be G2. How can it not be G2? Yeah, the line that I'm getting stuck on is G2 takes knight f4 king h4. That's the line that I'm getting stuck on because I can't find the win afterwards. Yeah, this is really tricky. I think it is G2, but I really feel confident that it's G2, but I can't find the exact winning line. That's why I'm not playing the move yet, because I can't find the exact winning line. Yeah, no, I mean the thing is, you go G2 takes knight f4 king h4, and then there has to be a win somewhere. FG2 a7 G1 8 queen h2 king. I just can't quite see it. I think it is G2 though. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out because I'm looking very far into the future and I don't see a way to win. Oh wow, I think actually, wait, did I just solve it? I think I just got it. I think I just got it. I think what it is G2 takes check. It's G2 takes knight f4 king h4 takes a7, make a queen, white makes a queen, you go check king g5, you go check king f6, you go check. If king e6 there's a fork, there's a fork, so you check king g7, queen g5. If king h7 then you go check king h8, queen h6 is mate. If it goes king f8 you go check king g8 knight f6, king h8, and then queen h7 is mate. And if you check, he has to go king h8, and then I think you check king h7, and then you play queen f7, king h6, knight e7, queen a7, king e2, I think, but then queen a6, king e1. But that covers. Wait, no. Check king h8, 7, king h7, queen f7. Yes, I figured it out. Okay, you guys, I figured it out. So G2 takes check king h4 takes a7 queen check king g5 check king f6 check. King e6 knight c7 forks them both, so you have to go king g7 then queen g5. If you go to f7 or f8, I always have check here, check and mate. So you can't go that way. H7 loses to knight f6, so you have to go to h8, and then I go queen f6 king h7 queen f7. If king h6 I go knight f4, and you can't check on a7 because I take, and then I'm covering both squares, and I think it's just winning. I think it's winning, unless I'm crazy. Maybe not, maybe I'm crazy. I think that's what it is. More arrows. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't see anything else that works. Check king f6 check king h8 check there, check king h7 check king h6 knight f4 king h6 though. Wait, no, it's not so obvious. Yeah, I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm looking at the queen and knight versus a queen endgame, and I'm not seeing a forced win. That's why I'm getting confused, even though I'm pretty confident there's some way to win. Knight e7, queen e8. I'm so confused by this. I'm pretty sure that it's g2. I don't know what else it could be. What else could the move be here? At some point it might just be overthinking. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna be like, I spent 20 years on this move when I could have gone like something else. But it's not king f2 because a7. I'm very sure of that. I'm gonna trust my instinct. I think it's g2. Okay, so takes is played, so I can't take. See, the thing that's really annoying about this is that it's not going to actually go all the way into the line that I just showed. It's going to play something stupid and lose the game. So of course you have to check. Or no, maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is actually. It's going to go all the way into this very long line. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I mean, if takes king g3, it doesn't work. Right? f2 a7, f1 a8, queen f2 king g4, queen f4 king h5. I think it's fg2. I honestly think that's correct. I don't know, but I'm gonna trust my instinct. And like I said, you guys, I love it. Like, it literally, I calculate for like 5 minutes there, and then the puzzle just ends. It doesn't even make me play it out. That's really classic. That's yeah, that's a classic. I had a feeling it was gonna be something stupid like that, where you go to the very end and it just stops. Thank you Kaboombi for the 2. Thank you Lord Greyjoy for the 5 months. Thank you to Zero for the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you to Zero. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, what is this? This position, you have white has 1 extra juicer. White has 1 extra juicer, but you do have white has an open king here. Okay, what are the moves here? There's takes, which looks kind of obvious. This is actually a very weird puzzle. I don't understand this puzzle at all. Pretty good TV speed for the 2 months. Thank you so much. TV speed. Very, very weird. This looks very, very strange. I have no idea what this is. What are the moves I can take? I can go bishop d5. I can take on b2. What are the options here? Bishop d5. I mean, this is a very weird puzzle. I have very little ideas. Yeah, queen b8. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. What are the other moves? I can take on e5. I can take on b2 here. What? I don't even understand this. I mean, my instinct says just bishop d5, because if he doesn't take, you go a2, a1. I have no idea what this puzzle is. Oh no, don't tell me this is one more for the bet. Thank you to Oleka for the 13 months. Appreciate it. I think as well as she can be doing. This is a very nasty puzzle for one more on the bet, because I have no idea what the move is here. Okay, what are the I guess the way to look at this is, what are the candidate moves? There's bishop d5. There's a takes b2. That's a move as well. I better get this right. Yeah, this is a pretty difficult puzzle. I have very little ideas. I don't actually prefer it, really. I just, oh, this is gross. This is really gross for a 60th puzzle. Thank you to Ulamog for the 3 months. Thank you so much to Ulamog. I mean, the thing is, you can always, like, that's the thing. I know I can take on e5, but it's a puzzle, so you know that's not the best move. That's the thing. I'm really not sure. This is very, very difficult. Really have no idea. I have no idea what this could be. I mean, pawn takes is the most forced. I mean, I don't know what the move is. I mean, I think both moves work. That's the problem. I think it's bishop d5. That's my instinct. My instinct is that it's bishop d5. That's my instinct. Okay, so I think it's bishop d5 here, but I'm not actually sure what other moves work. I mean, a takes b2 and d takes e5. I mean, this is the thing though, d takes e5 is always a move that's playable. That's why I really don't know. Have no idea. I mean, my instinct is that it's something like my instinct is it's something like bishop d5, but I really don't know. It's not pawn takes b2, but I mean, if it's not pawn b2, it's either, I mean, I feel like if it's gonna be d takes e5, I kind of don't want to be right on this puzzle, because like that's just like absurd. I really think it's just bishop d5, but I don't have any good rationale for saying that, other than I think it's a puzzle. Really not sure. I mean, it actually, you know, now that I look at it more, it could be a takes b2 and bishop d5, but really have no idea. More is lost to indecision than the wrong decision. Yeah. Play the right move. Yeah. I don't think it's d takes. I just don't think it's pawn takes pawn. If it's pawn takes pawn, I'll take the L on this one, because I'm confident it's not. I think it has to be one of these two moves. It's just a question of which one it is, and my instinct says it's probably bishop d5. That's just my instinct. My instinct is that it has to be bishop d5. It's not bishop e1. What could it be? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, it's a 50-50. It's either it takes or it's bishop d5. I just don't know which one it is. I mean, I just have no idea. I mean, maybe it could be take. I mean, takes looks so. Problem is, the more I think about it, the more I think it's actually takes or takes. The more I think about it, the more I don't think it's bishop d5. I think it's one of these stupid pawn moves, and I have to guess which one it is. Hey, Elenardo for the 5 months. Thanks so much to Elenardo. I'm gonna trust. I want to trust my instinct with bishop d5, but you know, it's a 50-50. It's really a 50-50, and the 50-50. I really don't know. I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna take my 50-50 and I toss a coin. Yeah, I want to toss a coin, but I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna trust that it takes. It's bishop d5. Something about this move just doesn't feel right. I can't even really pinpoint it, but something doesn't feel right about this move, so I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, it's right. Oh my gosh, it's right. Okay, it's right. Okay, so okay, that's good. Okay. So now I have to take or play bishop d5. Actually, now it becomes a lot easier, because after bishop d5, e takes f6. If rook a1, knight b1, I don't have a good continuation. So maybe I just take the pawn. I mean, it's really cheesy to take the pawn, but I think I actually take the pawn here. It's another, yeah, it's 50-50 number 2, although I don't think it's a 50-50. I think it's more like 70-30, because bishop d5, e takes f6, bishop h1, rook h1, rook a1, knight b1. Queen f6, you're probably better, but you're not winning. You're not winning at all. This one I don't know. I really don't know about this one. I think Topster for the 7 months. I think Andreas for the 5. I think I'm gonna. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go for it. It's probably wrong. I think it's wrong. I think it's probably too. I'm trying to be too nuanced and too classy, or like some sort of deep concept, but I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it's right. Oh, but he took. Oh, now bishop g5 must be okay. Now bishop g5 and bishop d5 must be winning. Wait a second. Okay, if it's not bishop g5, I mean, I don't know what else it is. Oh yes, oh yes, yes. There we go.